There's the sun, there's the moon, and together they meet in a new play at Barking Legs Theater in Chattanooga. Night and Day, presented by the Seed Theater, opens Friday at 7 p.m. at Barking Legs, with performances on Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Mixy Mixon is the playwright, director, and producer of Night and Day, suitable for all audiences, adults and children alike. Zoee Lyle plays Saul, the sun. Mixy, Zoe, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
Thank you for having us.
Mixy, tell us more about Night and Day.
Night and Day is a fantastical folklore set at the beginning of time. It follows the journey of Sol, the sun, and Linus, the moon, as they travel together to save humanity. They are searching for 4 ancient tomes that will restore night back into night and day back into day, because night became day and day became night. I'm really excited about this project. I've been working on it for the past 5 years. I was able to pitch it with Artsbuild, with their Periscope project, so they've been supporting us through a stipend, and we've been collaborating with the Seed Theater, and so those are our co-producers. I'm very excited.
And Zoe, tell us more about your role.
I'm playing the role of Sol, who is the representation of the sun. She's all things big and bright and bold and just so vivacious and sure of herself in so many ways. A little bit of the childlike whimsy to her, so she's very, very fun, and I'm very excited to bring her to the stage.
And Mixy, you've been working on this for a while, as you say. Where did this idea come from? What's inspired you to bring it to this point?
Back in 2020, when we were all spending some time alone and in our heads, I was thinking about how much I loved folklore and theater of the absurd. And during the time I was getting my bachelor's in theater from SWANY, the University of the South. And I was just consumed with the metaphor of the sun and the moon and all the art that I would see with the sun and the moon. And I thought, what if I were to personify them in a way to bring this story to life that taught us a little bit about humanity and the dialectics and how we're different from one another, and looking at that to see that it's not just so black and white, and sometimes we can learn from people who are very different from each other.
We've spoken before about roles that you played on stage, roles in a production behind the scenes. Is this a first for you in some way as a playwright?
I believe so. So I had the opportunity recently to have one of my short plays presented on stage with Next Exit Productions, but Seed Theater has given me the opportunity to produce a full-length production of mine for the very first time. So this is definitely a first. It's a first as a director of a play at this capacity, and it's been so amazing working with Zoee Lyle and Shiloh Allen and Meryl Callisti and everybody over at the Seed Theater. It's been a treat.
And Zoe, talk more about how you got into acting.
So I have been a performer since I was very, very young. I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee, and I went to the University of Tennessee and studied music there, which is an opera-based program. And I really loved what I got to learn there, but I also loved theater and musical theater and things like that. And the University of Tennessee, once I graduated, I learned Knoxville wasn't really a space where I could do all of those things. So I actually just moved to Chattanooga about a year and a half ago, and Mixy was one of the first people I actually got to meet when I moved down here doing a local production of a musical. We sat next to each other during rehearsals and got to know each other. Yeah, we were in the choir. It was nice to meet everyone, and so with meeting Mixy and seeing them get to grow their craft, I was so excited for them to get to blossom their baby of a story. And when I had the opportunity to audition, I was over the moon. I was so excited to hopefully be a part of it, and I am.
Playing Saul and over the moon.
Yes.
And a lot of this delves into metaphor. It wrestles with questions of existence. It's also written in a way that it is open to all ages. It's not making a statement about making a statement about making a statement. What do you hope each of you, people who do see this show, take away from it?
I really wanted to bring a sense of mysticism to even adults so that we can look at these introspective concepts, but also have fun doing it. So we utilize puppets, we have some fun animations on a projection, and to bring that childlike wonder. Even youth audiences can get something out of it, even though some of the themes are more complex. But it's not really supposed to be telling you how you feel, but it's supposed to give you themes and questions that really make you think, like, maybe after this play I really want to sit and journal about this, or, oh, when Linus was afraid of this on the journey, I really related to that, and what does that mean for me and how I deal with fear? And that's what I hope to bring with this production.
I hope with this production, people can really see the importance of relationships between people through their differences as the sun and the moon. They're very yin and yang, especially at the beginning of the play. They're polar opposites. And then as they go through the story, they find love and care for one another at the ending, and they have this beautiful growth of relationship through it. So I hope people really take that away and appreciate the value in their relationships with one another as friends, as family, as people, as XYZ.
And for people who want to check out Night and Day and everything at Barking Legs Theater, where can they go online?
You can go to barkinglegs.org/events. You can check out the Seed Theater on social media. You can check out Night and Day the Play on Instagram and Facebook. And our production is May 23rd and 24th, 2 shows at 7 p.m. and 1 show on May 24th at 2 p.m.
All right, Mixy, Zoe, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.